How are you doing? I am hopefully live. I am Anya Homer, the baby reflux lady, but today I am not talking anything about reflux. I want to talk about sorry, I didn't know if I was live there or not. I want to talk about an article I picked up in this morning's Guardian, which is this. It was bottle fed babies drink millions tiny plastics. This article I picked up straight away. It's newsworthy. I don't even read the news. I rarely listen to the news. I rarely pick up a newspaper. I don't even get it free with my shop anymore. However, this article caught my eye. For years, it's known that plastics shed into our food, into our air, into the waters and stuff. Now, this article specifically talks about the way that sterilizing bottles for babies actually causes the plastic to shed millions of particles the into the air around them, and then actually when they're preparing milk, they shed plastics into the milk themselves. It's estimated that in Europe, with the levels of bottle feeding that are happening, is that babies are consuming about 2 million microplastic particles per day. Now, there's a big issue. We have no idea what these microplastics may or may not be doing to our bodies. There is a lot of research to be done on that. This article was written by a guy called Professor John Boland from Trinity College in Dublin, which is actually where I did my engineering degree. Completely irrelevant, just a side note. But what we need to be understanding, and this is where research needs to go further, is what is the potential toxic chemicals from these plastics being absorbed into our body. Some of them will, of course, just pass straight through the digestive system. However, especially with babies, especially with really young babies, where we know they have what we call increased gut permeability, which means the holes in their intestines are larger to make sure nutrition and food can get from the intestines into the bloodstream. There will be a level of these plastics going into the bloodstream. We have no idea what impact they have on the human body at the moment. We have no idea what impact they have on children. What we do generally know is that it's not a great idea to be sorry, Patricia, I don't know if you were there talking to me. It's not a great idea to be eating plastic. Would you just straight away eat plastic? So somebody is trying to let me know that she can hear me, I think. But I want to see. So if you can hear me, please let me know. If there's any comments, say hello. I can see there's a few people watching. Please let me know if you can hear me. I'm going to just check on my phone because I want to talk about what you can start doing right now, today, to change and reduce how these plastics are leaching from the bottles if your baby is bottle fed, and how to change it and what to do. So Patricia, hopefully you're there. I don't know if you can see me or not, or if you can hear me. I don't know where the comments are, so I'm very sorry, darling. I can't actually reply to you. So the two main parts that are happening when these bottles are leaching is, first of all, when they're being sterilized. So according to, good morning, Laura, when bottles are being sterilized, they're generally sterilized at over 90 degrees. So the water is over 90 degrees. Morning, Patricia, you're here now. This is really high temperatures for these plastics. It makes them volatile, and this is when they leach into the air and into the milk and into anything else, especially if you're, yes, this is recorded, darling. This, excuse me, if you're taking a bottle straight out of the sterilizer when it's hot and then preparing milk in it, this is when you're doubling the exposure to the microplastics and getting those plastics into the milk. So one way of sterilizing the bottles is to use cold water sterilizing. I think everybody knows of the famous Milton fluid. That is a sterilizing liquid that can be used with cold water. So when things are cold, we are not exposing the plastics. We're not leaching them from the bottle. So that's one way to sterilize the bottles, using Milton. I'm sure there are other cold water sterilizing stabilizing things available. Yes, Sarah, that's exactly it. So by the way, I'm hoping that I'm on my page here. That's where I want to go live. It just sees lots of my students here, which is great. Lots of other baby reflux ladies. So cold water sterilizing is one option. If you don't have any Milton, what you do is you sterilize the bottles and you make sure they are cold before you prepare any milk in them. Okay? Before you put any milk in them, make sure the bottle has cooled down. When the plastic has cooled down, it has again gone back to its non-volatile state. So there are two options when it comes to sterilizing the bottle. Now, the next thing is when you're preparing the milk, a lot of the manufacturer's guidelines are that you prepare milk with 70-degree water and then let it cool down, or add cold water, use hot water and then add cold water. You can follow those instructions, but the best way to do that is to prepare milk in a glass container. So a glass bottle or a glass jug, maybe a jug like a Pyrex jug. Prepare it in that. Glass is known to be really, really, really super stable at extreme high temperatures. It's a ceramic. Okay, it is much more of a natural material than plastic. It doesn't leach dangerous toxic chemicals into any of our foods. So use a glass bottle to prepare the milk, or a glass jug. Prepare the milk in that, and when it's the right temperature for baby, so below, whatever 36, 37 degrees, that is when you pour it into the bottle to give to your baby. By doing these two things, you are making sure that the plastic in the bottle itself remains stable. Okay? It's just really important that we do as much as we can to reduce exposure to babies of things that we don't fully understand. But just ask yourself, would you willingly eat lots of plastic? I mean, it's not something we tend to do. We don't really find it appetizing. There's a reason for that, because it doesn't provide nutrition for our bodies. So that is all I wanted to say today. I hope you have a really lovely day. The article, if you want it, is in That's It Today. It's today's Guardian. Hopefully I've tagged the Guardian in this post. But please, please, please share this information. As I said, this is relevant to babies everywhere. Okay, it's relevant to babies everywhere. This is like 6 minutes we've been on, 7 minutes we've been on. So it's a nice short video for parents to watch. And please, please, please spread the word. This video is available to share wherever you want. So please do. Thank you very much, everybody. And if you have comments or anything like that, please pop them down below. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.